On today's episode of the Nostalgia Test podcast, special guest and longtime friend Dave Kucich helps put Jadakiss's 2004 album Kiss of Death to the ultimate test. Welcome to the Nostalgia Test podcast, the show where two longtime friends put their mainstream pop culture past to the ultimate test. The Nostalgia Test. Oh, welcome everyone. Oh my God.
Okay, all right, here we go.
All right, welcome everyone to another episode of the Nostalgia Test podcast. I'm Dan Dissinger here in LA, and I'm here with my longtime friend and co-host, Manny Coelho. They're in New York. Manny, how are you on this fine evening?
Is that how it goes? I don't even know. I listened to it so many times. I've been trying to mimic the cough. Right now. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're off to a biggest start. Well, first of all, if this is the first time you're coming to the Nostalgia Test podcast, welcome.
Thank you.
This is where we put our pop culture to the test. Dan and I are two longtime friends, and today we actually have a guest.
Boom.
One of our really great longtime friends and co-driver at our road trip that Dan and I and Dave Kucich is here.
What's going on, fellas?
Test.
What's going on, fellas? Dave Kucich here at the Kuce BBQ. You know what it is.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, you'll get all the links in the show notes.
This episode is brought to you by the Kuce BBQ.
Boom! Get it.
Shameless plug.
Make sure to subscribe for new episodes. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Nostalgia Test, and on Twitter at Nostalgia Test. Come to the website, sign up for the email, suggest a test, and the website address is thenostalgiatest.com, or go old school and email us at thenostalgiatest@gmail.com. This is we've been in discussions about this one for a little bit because I'm excited.
Yeah. Mwah. I can't wait.
Oh man,
shut the door, Bobby. Shut the door.
Yo, the kiss of death, son.
If people can't tell already, like what we're about to do.
Shut the fuck up. Yo, Bobby, come here. I want to tell you something. Come over here. Come over here.
Mwah.
Oh my God, we are testing the 2004 Kiss of Death album by the one and only, the great Jadakiss from the Locks, D Block. I mean, it is an album that I think has a lot of, connection to us. But
definitely.
Well,
right off the bat, let's just say we're three white boys from Long Island.
Yes.
And we are reviewing Jadakiss Kiss of Death. Mainly, I would say, because it's the three of us right here. This is probably one of 4 albums we listened to on the road trip, a 5-week road trip.
Yeah.
In repeat. Like, it was either this, Dave Matthews. It went from such like strange genres, but it was. I only really remember this one and the Dave Matthews album.
Well, I remember this one, Dave Matthews, Otis Redding.
Otis, yeah.
And Talkin Blues by Bob Marley. These 4 albums on repeat. And I remember bringing a ton of CDs with me, never listening to any of them.
Talkin Blues, one of the most slept on albums ever.
Ever.
Like, most slept on. I bought that on a whim.
Oh, yeah. And
I just bought it. I saw it. I was like, okay, let me cop this. And
amazing.
Most slept on album.
Amazing album. And I feel like those 4 albums defined our road trip cross country from New York to California back to New York. Like this is what we listened to. And with the 3 Long Island white guys sitting there listening to this album. But I think we need to realize that, our audience needs to know, like, we're not hip hop historians. We're not here to, teach anyone anything new about the album or say, like, we have, final say over whether it is a good album or not. Just like all of our tests, we are talking about this from our personal experiences, our love for it, or our need to kind of revisit to be like, is that love still there? Truly, kind of that's what our conversation is. And we love to hear what everyone else would think. But Kiss of Death by Jadakiss, I mean.
Well, before we go into getting into it, I want to hear some facts from Danny Faxman.
Wait. Hold on.
All right. What?
Jadakiss, top 5 dead or alive. Had to say it. Needs to be said. Top 5 dead or alive.
Oh yeah, I mean that's one of the days of the nostalgia test. We are going to have a top 5 conversation. I think that slot,
that's going to be dirty.
It's going to be.
Well, I'll say that to just jump right in on this one. I'm glad we have Dave on because I would say most of my hip hop, other than just Eminem, most of my hip hop like influence came from Dave. Like I only really got into certain albums because Dave was listening to them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Thank you.
Definitely got, you definitely introduced me. I think we only started listening to this when we went on this road trip.
Well, I have to agree with Manny that like most of my hip hop exposure comes from my friendship with Dave. That like what's funny is like after my sister in the early 90s, then it's Dave. So it's just like, but like after that, like I feel like you and I have been like, we just bounce albums back and forth now. But what's funny is like the Locks and like Styles P, if anyone knows what the Locks, Styles P, Sheik Louch, Jadakiss, that exposure to that group and to Jadakiss comes directly from you, Dave. And so like, it's a must have on the show because this is like one of those moments.
Thank you, man. I can't even take all the credit. Let me just tell you, my neighbor Ashley,
shout out.
She gave me a tape. Shout out to Ashley. She gave me a tape back in the day that I used to play in the shower. We Are the Streets. She dubbed it for me on tape.
It's a great shower album.
And I used to go in the shower, put that on. I don't know how my parents dealt with me. I mean, I'm talking like, what year did that album even come out? I don't even know.
That's a quick look up by Dan.
I'm looking it up right now. We Are the Streets came out in 2000. So maybe it was even before that she showed me Jadakiss. So I gotta give her props because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even know. I'm talking about like Jadakiss, like early days, like with Big, you know what I mean?
Money, Power, Respect.
So I got to give her credit for that.
We Are the Streets comes out in 2000. Money, Power, Respect came out before that while they're, on, Puff's label. I mean, the history of this group is so deep that like we don't even, it could be like a 5-part like podcast to even understand like the significance of the Locks. But we have to talk about this album because of the significance to our road trip. Just a few facts just for people who maybe have never heard Kiss of Death or don't know what it is. Just from the Wikipedia, Kiss of Death is the second album by American rapper Jadakiss. It is the follow-up to his 2001 gold-selling debut album, Kiss the Game Goodbye, which, another great album. The album was released in the US on June 22nd, 2004, and debuted at number 1 on both the Billboard 200 and top R&B hip-hop album charts. Okay, so this is probably, I would say, his best-selling album. He's got every single producer ever on this. I mean, the producer list alone, DJ Green Lantern, Havoc, The Neptunes, Swiss Beats, The Alchemist, Kanye West. I mean, it goes on and on how many people were on this album producing it, beats and everything. That just goes to show the deep respect for Jadakiss that he has in hip-hop. But
dude, the album's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, let me tell you, this probably went so big because of the song Why.
Yeah.
Yes.
That song was like, or by your side, like, that song too. Those two songs, both bangers, both shot this off. Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, it's probably because of Why.
Yeah, I would agree. Wasn't that on like regular, like I want to say Z100? He even got on Z100.
It was
like it wasn't just the hip hop stations.
97, 105.1.
Yeah, you're gonna go big on an album when Z100 gets a hold of it. I'm not saying the hip hop stations can't get to most people, but like you got a whole other listening audience on Z100.
Right.
Once you get on Z100, your album was guaranteed. At least that single was guaranteed to get listened to.
Oh yeah.
This album's crazy.
So,
How are we gonna
go on forever?
I know Dave's got notes. I'm really impressed with the prep Dave got on this.
I mean,
Forget about it, son.
yeah, I mean, yeah. I think this is the last album though. When we think of Jadakiss, like, you know, after this, most of his other albums didn't get that much radio play. I mean, the album after this, I think he had Mary J. Blige on and stuff like that, which I love that album as well.
Oh yeah.
But you're right. Why? By Your Side, you have a Mariah Carey.
Oh, the Mariah Carey
favorite
joint.
song.
That song,
Bro, that song is my favorite song.
Not my fave. Not my fave.
It's not
gonna lie.
Dude,
No.
I love that song. I love
Snoop Dogg is on this album. And
Oh yeah.
Eminem is on this album. I have a lot of things to say about that song, but like Eminem,
I have a bunch of things to say about what you
it's
just said.
definitely though. Eminem is definitely a cheat code. You put Eminem on a song, and everyone's gonna hear it because Eminem, right? Like,
Puff Daddy diss on that song, even
Oh.
though let's see, Money, Power, and Respect, produced by Sean Combs. They were under lockdown under P. Diddy, Puffy,
That's right.
Diddy, whatever you want to call him.
Diddy
I don't
Pants.
care. Let's call him like Gun.
If you want a gimmick,
Hot
go
sauce to
walk with
go.
Puffy. I'm gonna start with my favorite song, which
Do it.
Dave doesn't like it. It's the Mariah Carey song "You Make Me
Okay.
Wanna." I think I liked it because I love is that violin music that we're listening to? Like do 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 do. Hold
Isn't
on.
that piano in the background?
On Genius, you got like the use of Middle Eastern inspired melodies was a distinctive feature on
What?
Scott Storch's beats in the mid 2000s. So that's probably what you have there.
Like that background?
Yeah, that is definitely some like I don't know.
First of all, it's Mariah Carey in her like prime, lungs for days. I felt like a blanket listening to this song, you know, like her like like just singing in the background. I don't know what it is. I liked it. I thought it was a really cool song, like almost kind of like the Ride or Die Girl. You know, like she was there, like even like in the lyrics where he's like, you know, she was there in the beginning. She gave him an income check to keep him going.
I know.
You know, like
Yeah,
that he was-
she carried, you know, everything around town for him.
now he's made it, and like whatever she wants to. Remember how he's like, whatever she wants to go, I'm gonna co-sign it. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and if I ain't got it, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go find it. Sorry, I'm gonna go find it.
But
Yeah,
that's
and then
the
he's
thing
like,
about these
and then
songs.
it's like a love song, dude, because he's like, it's funny because he kind of degrades and then also like makes it up for it because he's like, I thought I was in love with money until we did the nasty.
But
So
that's the
I don't
thing
know, I
about
thought it was cool. I like
That's why I love Jadakiss though. Like I was texting you guys like everything on this album, no matter what the beat was, no matter what the thing was, it's always got a level of disrespect and like it's just dirty, like it's just in there.
Yeah. And then her jury box looking like Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. But
Yo.
yeah, that
And,
made
but
like that- Go ahead.
let me just say something first. he okay. After that line,
Yeah.
he said all color charms. Like
Yeah.
I already knew what you were talking about. You don't need to say all
Yeah.
color charm. I know what Lucky Charms is. I know what
Dave,
your
you
jury
want-
box is.
Dave, that's for the people that he's trying to also rap for somebody who only pick up the subtleties. You know, like he wants to also explain it to that rapper as
For
well.
dumb people.
I know.
I know, but I was just like, I know what
That's
a
like,
jury
you know, the
box is.
time
I
that
know
Ma-
the
That's the time that like Busta Rhymes rhymed Magnum with Magnum.
oh no, that was hold on. That was
Oh god.
Rick Ross.
What
Yeah,
was it?
That was Rick Ross.
Oh, okay.
dude, but he
Mr.
does-
Raspy thought I was in love with money till we did the nasty.
Nasty. K-I-S-S me.
Another Hasselhoff hit.
Oh my god. But dude, but that's like he does stuff like that though. That's what's so funny about him. Like he puts his own spin on even what's supposed to be maybe I'm not gonna say love song, but I guess the more touching song, I guess. You know, he did that on Kiss the
Dude,
Game
this
Goodbye
is
and
love
Nasty
song.
Girl.
This is a love song for him.
Traveled to France for French curtains. Come on, bro.
But,
I don't even know what French curtains are.
dude, they just made in France. I mean, but that's the thing.
I guess.
And the
And he's
sex
just
was
gonna
crazy
flip it.
then and it's crazy still. And you know I'm so the streets, so it's crazy ill. It's like, what?
You can't get that.
Oh yeah. Yo.
You can't get that
I'll
out.
play a song for you, and you let me know exactly how the ladies will respond from a woman's
Woman's
point of view.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then he said some of the
And
most
then-
disrespectful shit in other songs that is just like,
But Dan, we're not
They
talking
really
about
did
other songs right now. We're still on this.
Yo,
Still
go
this-
hard with the fat ass and a head full of
full of
rollers.
That's
Yo,
my
you can't.
favorite
Yo,
part.
that's
I
one of
love
my
that-
faves.
favorite
That's
part.
one of
Mariah
my
in the
faves.
back like this. I said, K-I-S-S me.
But that's
Oh,
why I
I'm gonna
love
make
uh,
love.
this album. Is they threw everything at the wall in this album, and then they mixed it perfectly. Some of the songs are a little crazy. I think like Shine is a little weird. They got that weird sound in it. Boy, I don't know what that is. It's like this. I don't know what's going on in that song. But like,
Oh,
about
Shine
this
with
too?
like oh yeah, that's some West Coast.
That's
You're
a West
from the
Coast
West
sound.
Coast. Come on, that's West Coast. They were trying to make it West Coast. Snoop Dogg and DJ Quick on that song Shine.
yeah,
DJ Quick was garbage. Just saying it. I don't even
Okay,
know.
we
who
moved
DJ
on to
Quick
another
is.
song by now.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. Well, I just want to say that is one of my favorite songs. I think it's great. Love
Yeah.
Mariah on it. We can move on.
it
Oh,
definitely
at the
sets a
end,
vibe,
at
so,
the end, she did do her like,
Yeah.
Of
like
course
you know
she
that
did.
her whole thing.
yeah.
Now, my question to you is: do you think that she wanted to, or it's because she was part of was she part of Rough Riders, or was she part of
No,
No,
Diddy's album? I mean,
I
Like-
I think she was
do
thirsty.
they just know each other?
I'm
I'm sorry.
She was thirsty.
But Mariah,
I'm sorry.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. I'm
She wanted
sorry.
a beer, Dave?
Yes, she wanted a beer. She was very thirsty. She was parched.
but like I think
That was a hot take by Dave.
Yeah, sorry about that.
like she did a song with ODB. I mean,
Yeah.
so she's down with like
You know what it is? It's
real-
like
get,
I forget.
rap, like real rap.
I forget.
she's down
I
for
forget Mariah 2004 Mariah. I'm thinking Mariah Diva now. You know.
that.
Oh, like,
Like,
New
when-
Year's Eve.
Yeah. Like only sings one song a year now.
Right.
Like I forget that like she was more enthusiastic to be with be other people's albums and stuff. Like didn't she
Well,
like
she
Eminem
didn't have
at
to-
one point?
Well, now she doesn't have to be on anyone's album. I mean, literally. I mean, but I
No.
think like
Yeah, because nobody likes her.
She liked Eminem at one point, right? Didn't he rap about her?
Oh yeah, they were together for a little bit, and
Yeah.
then like he buried her.
He buried her in an album in one of the songs. I forget what song. Anyways,
oh man, we're gonna have
All
to
right.
put
Was it
everyone-
Pinocchio? Was it Pinocchio?
No one should name a song Pinocchio. Let's be honest.
It's true. Besides Pinocchio,
all right. So that was my
That's
favorite
your favorite song. Yeah, I like that song. I mean, I think it comes at a good point in the album too. It's like right. in the
Yeah,
middle.
it does. It's kind of especially right after Why, right?
I do have
came
to say it
after
did
Y.
come at a good point. The first couple songs they tried to be bangers, like
Tried to be. I think they
club
accomplished it.
bangers. I don't know.
You didn't like it?
Not my fave. Shine.
Yeah.
You
What
don't
you
like
so
you don't like
mad at,
what you so
Club?
mad at now?
What you so mad at? I mean, that's a club banger. That was good. It had some good stuff. He even said there, everything controversial, underground gangster rap /
That's
commercial.
commercial.
You know what I mean? Like, so he even says it himself. But like, I just feel like it started off a little weak and then just went hard.
Wait,
Yeah.
you feel that it started weak?
Yes,
Okay, I get it. With which
I feel like
so
they
mad
tried
now,
to do
it's kind
club
of like-
bangers.
Yeah, I feel like front loading those though gets them out of the way. And like
Exactly.
so we're talking about there's like 18 tracks, right? First of all, no one makes 18 track albums anymore, right?
Except for Jadakiss.
Exactly. Yeah, right.
Like his mixtapes. He'll put like 24 songs on there.
Right. I feel like I could skip down to track 4 and then never skip a track after that.
Yeah, I don't
So
even
you
need
didn't like
to-
you didn't like the Shine.
I like it, but I don't think that it's a weird song. I feel like what he did with Pharrell in Hot Sauce to Go in track 9 was kind of what Shine was trying to do, but I feel like Hot Sauce to Go got it right.
Okay.
Yeah, because Pharrell, I mean.
So you think they're trying to
Neptune.
get a radio hit with Shine?
I feel like they were trying to get a radio.
Oh, most
I mean, 'cause
definitely. They
Because
need
it is a very much
on it.
like Snoop Dogg, like California girl type of,
Yeah, I mean Snoop.
Snoop Dogg. Like,
yeah,
or
yeah.
even
I
a
love
little
Snoop.
down south, too.
Yeah,
I'm feeling a little touch of down south.
See, I for some reason I'm getting like a car wash vibe,
Oh yeah.
right? Like I'm listening to this and I could just picture just like
Oh my
a
God.
commercial of just like people just
Yeah.
like washing cars.
But dude, I want to be hitting switches. I want to be rolling on like 22s, 26s,
Yeah.
low pros. I'm talking about like Candy Out the 88. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about listening to this. Maybe some 12s in the back, some
I get you.
tweeters.
Yeah.
See,
But
Dave, now that you
Jada,
said that, the South, like, I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Rolling on three wheels,
Rolling
you
on
know what I
like-
mean?
but
But I'm rolling through New York, Long Island. What am I what am I doing with this?
You can't. But the thing, you know what the best part though? No matter what, even if the beat's kind of like whatever or what, when you get to Jada's verse on that, he can't not just be himself, and that's what I like about it. So no matter what's going on in the rest of the song, he's just like his opening rhyme is just like an African diamond is deeper than rapping and rhyming. Success happens with time, and over here I'm doing low with the. I'm like, what? Like he starts out strong. I mean, Snoop's verse starts like kind of like it's just Snoop
Dude, he's
verse.
like,
I shine like
jeans,
Neptune, Venus,
City
and
Lab,
Mars. Like what?
fitted.
I think one of my favorite lines from that is so much money, keep counting it wrong.
Oh, dude.
I love that. Like I'm just like, oh come on.
Yeah, like so many hits, I can't keep count of the songs.
Yeah, bro.
But then the way it ends is just hard. He's like, look, no matter what you think about this beat, no matter what's going on here, guess what? So many hits I can't keep count. I can't keep count of the songs, and we still grinding stainless steel 9, and y'all still hating, but we still shining. Let's go. It's just like,
Yeah, man.
I feel like if he started it and it ended with like what DJ Quick, like it would have just been
God.
like his voice is so weird in this. It's like I got pound of birds.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing, bro? Like I could have done this.
It's so
I
weird.
couldn't
Like,
have done this,
No.
but like whatever.
what's it shining about?
Yeah, like, exactly.
You can't.
DJ Quick without a C. Like, come on, bro.
I would start this album on track 4.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely after Time's Up. Put that out. Start on track 4. Take out Manny's
So
favorite song.
You wouldn't like Fuck you. Take out my favorite song. Don't you do that.
Oh my god. Dude,
I'm just messing with you,
God.
man.
So you don't even like Bringing You Down?
Well,
I mean,
That's
he
track
talks
4,
about
right?
cars a lot in that. I mean, there's only a couple lines even that like you can reference, but like he talks about cars a lot in that shit.
yeah, but I like this beat, and I also like this track.
Yeah, me too. I'm down with this.
The third one.
Dungaree seats in the Blue Range. I mean, come on.
Dude, top of the food chain. Like it's just like,
Oh yeah, he starts
yeah.
it off heavy.
Dude, but at the end of it, okay, I love what he said.
Mind over matter. That's all good, but fuck that. My new shirt is spine over bladder.
My new shit. My new shit is
That's
spine
on
over
it.
bladder.
Dude,
Yeah,
only,
stop playing with birds. Start playing with words. I mean, come on, bro.
I feel like Jadakiss and Styles love to rhyme things with the color of something. So like whether it's a car, it's their shoes.
Oh yeah,
Or
Heineken Green.
Heineken Green. The SMG is
Heineken
Heineken Green.
That's
No
a
tints, windows clean, heavy Windex,
heavy wind.
gears on the steering wheel, like heavy Windex. Not
Oh.
even just regular Windex.
Yeah.
Yo, we're heavy on the Windex because that shit's so clean. They probably
You know,
even
he got
stock wheels on it.
paid. He got paid by Windex to say that.
Yeah, bro. He probably got stock wheels on that.
You got that Windex money. I shift him with my index. Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah.
come on. I mean, the other thing I noticed about this album when I think of like newer rap albums now is the third verse. There's not a lot of songs with a third verse anymore. Like these songs have 3 verses, you know.
Bro.
You need that third verse, in my opinion.
You do. There's another song on this album where like the third verse is probably the best verse out of all of them, but we'll get there. One of my favorite lines of that song was like, if the route you've been using thus far ain't working, take the scenic. And I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I feel you, like, you know,
Yeah.
It ain't working out, just, you know, expand.
That's why like the 3 of us could have this experience with this album, even though we don't have Jada's personal experiences in life. He drops knowledge that is universal. It's like, hey, if this shit isn't working, then take another route, do it differently. It's just like, okay, yeah.
Well, he's also distant. That's kind of a backslap too, in a way. Like, yo, you're not, you know, to other rappers, like, you're not good enough, so just sit back and watch. You know, go do something else.
Take another route.
Just take another route and do the scenic route while you just looking
yeah.
at me. You're looking at me do my thing.
There you
You
go.
look at, you know, so like,
Yeah, he does
was a little
mention
bit of
the
a slap.
sideline. He does
Yeah.
mention the sideline a lot in this.
It's kind of a little bit
Maybe
of like
2 or 3
both,
times.
like, yeah, take another route, but at the same time, watch me do my thing because you couldn't do it. So,
Yeah.
But his lyrics are so good, man. Like they paint a picture. He tells a story, not like Nas tells a story.
No.
Nas is a storyteller. I mean, he's in my top 5 too, not gonna lie. But he tells a story in a different sense. Like he even said, like my 16s give you a visual. I'm like, yo, that is so hard, first of all. Second of all, like your 16s do give me a visual, and when you put 32 on that,
Oh yeah.
I'm going crazy. Like when you're on the Funk Flex Hot 97,
Oh.
1997, I think it was, or 2001, you going in hard, and you throwing 32s on that, and you just go in, and it's just so hard. But you can imagine, I could picture exactly what he's saying in my eyes.
Yeah.
I know. I love Jada. Jada is one of my favorite. So like, but I can really picture it.
I think that's why his albums are so good, and specifically this one, it's just so great. I mean, the first album is just a classic in my opinion.
Okay, Kiss
right?
the Game Goodbye is better than this album.
Yeah, but this album is great. It's just
It's
great album.
fantastic. Yeah.
But yeah, Dave, what about you? Like favorite track for you?
Oh, standout track for me is most definitely Still Feel Me. That is one of the hardest tracks on here and the most real. I love that shit. I love it. It's a banger. He speaks the truth. Even though I do like shootouts with Styles P, where they go back to back. I love that. But like I feel like he's really talking to you and Still Feel Me. Like he's talking about his life. He's talking about his trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
Like he's really like letting his heart out in the way Jada does. Still keeping it dirty.
Yeah.
As always. But at the same time, just telling a story and you're like, I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I may not have lived it, but I get it.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, I feel like because he's so open when he does these types of tracks, even if you didn't live it, he's still like telling you about a very personal moment. But it also, what's interesting is like, this is also Still Feel Me, and he has Feel Me on another. So like, because they had Feel Me, and he's like, Still Feel Me.
Still Feel Me, yeah. He even says it in the beginning. He's like, feel me. Matter of fact, still feel me, or something like that along those lines. Yeah. The one thing I don't like about this song is he drops a contradiction.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know if this comes from them, but it may have been the 50 beef. But he says all these rumors, they ain't get robbed yet. Right?
Oh, right.
But then 2 lines later, he says somebody clipped me for 100 in cash.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, so you got robbed.
Well, wasn't there that story where he did get robbed when he was in the car, and didn't they shoot him in the arm or something like that, or he got shot while they were trying to like jack his car?
I don't know. I remember there was something with like a pickup truck, not a pickup truck, what is it called? A tow truck came up to him after an award show. Some 50 beef back in the day. I don't remember.
Is he telling the story as if like in the past and then to the future? Like that he was a person that didn't have got robbed, but then he got robbed. Like, is that what this album is? Was that what this song is? Is that he's telling like a story from the past?
Oh, like at the time he hadn't got robbed, but now he got
and then
robbed.
He did, and now he like learned from it or something like that. I don't know.
Well, yeah, because then after
could he be telling that like we're listening to a story him telling a story like at that moment I hadn't been robbed, and then like 4 lines later or 2 lines later he's now a person who had been robbed. Now Still Feel Me. I don't know.
Yeah, because it definitely starts in a place in that song like telling the story of like coming up, like growing up and so on and so forth, family, and then something happening, like saying that part that you were talking about, Dave, and then like the actual robbery that might have happened, and then after that, like the aftermath of that. So maybe there's like a linear story that he's telling that like one thing leads to another, that leads to another, because I think in this one he talks about shit just doesn't happen, shit happens for a reason. So I think like he's kind of like saying like every one of these things leads to something else that happened that then leads to this and then leads to that.
It could be, but being my favorite song on the album, or one of my favorite songs on the album, one thing I live by, and I've said it, I don't know how many times, but Manny, you probably heard it. Dan, you probably heard it. Like, maybe not the first couple words, but he's like, "I'm that dude, like it or love it." Like, yo, I am who I am. You can like it or you can love it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's how confident he is.
Yeah.
He's like, you can like it or love it.
Like, didn't
End of
say
story.
hate or not like it. He said,
No,
like
no,
it
you
or
can
love
like it or love it. That's what it is.
Yeah. I love it.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, and I love a song that doesn't
I like
have
it.
a hook sometimes. Like you throw a song in there with like no hook. I love that.
And this is a perfect time to take a little bit of break from the show, from this test, from these tangents. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a plug, Dan, if you don't mind. I'm one of the owners of Lithology Brewing Company, located in Farmingdale, New York. We're a New York Farm Brewery. We're a nano brewery. Come down. We got 12 rotating tap handles going. Go to lithologybrewing.com for more information, or follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Lithology Brewing. That's LITHOLGY Brewing. Thank you. Back to the show.
He said
Right.
it in Why, where he's like, "Why is my buzz in LA not like it is
Is in New York.
And
That's exactly what he says.
yeah,
Right. Like he even said, like, I know you thinking we ain't really selling how we be living off residuals.
yeah,
But right now the game is pitiful. Like he's thinking like people are thinking like, oh, he's living off residuals because he ain't put out like a hot beat or a hot song in a minute.
yeah.
You know, like, but like he's been hot.
Oh yeah, that's why I like the verses, because the verses puts people back on the map for people. You know,
Right.
like I think like when Jadakiss came on the verse, it was just like, holy shit. And I remember he was on there and he played a verse that Puff did, and he's like, recognize that. He's like, I wrote that. And everyone was just like, oh shit, because it's like
Ghost
younger
writing.
generation doesn't know that, like, hey, there's a lot of people out there who wrote for a lot of people, and Jada is one of them. You know, so you got to understand, like, he's not just like out there doing nothing. I mean, he's a writer.
What's your fave?
Well, I mean, I'm I love the song Shout Outs, which is the back and forth with him and Styles P.
That's like number two for me. Yeah.
And that beat is nasty. Like
Yeah.
everything about that song is just amazing. And I feel like
JADA.
you just do it right here. Like it's just like scream. And then you're just like, oh, but like the way it starts with the drums, it's like and you're just like, it's about to go down. And then
So,
it's
dude,
just
this
gunshots
instrumental,
everywhere.
dude, this instrumental, when we were driving, this is crazy.
Let me tell you, they actually reference "We Gon' Make It," one of my favorite songs
Yeah.
ever.
Oh,
But it's actually one of my favorite songs ever.
we go.
But he said, "A tub still lift up, so does the sink now." Because remember, he said he said, "My bathtub lift up, my walls do a 360."
Yeah.
He said that, so he said, "My tub still lift up, so does the sink now." I mean, I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. Dude.
I don't
That's-
care. It's so hot. I don't care.
That's the thing.
Dude, this
like,
shit is hard.
There's too many good lines.
It starts out like it's like feds in the precinct looking at our picture.
Yeah, I'm good as long as an old gonna kill a new.
Yeah, like what?
This,
You know what
this
I
is
mean?
like an intro to like Knight Rider 2020.
Yeah. Oh, I hope not 2020.
Wait, we're in 2020?
And probably it's like April 5000.
Oh, 2021. No, I'm just saying, like, if they did like a reboot and they're like, yo, we need an intro to like an awesome car like show. For some reason, or like a detective, something crazy. Like
Right,
this
right,
is
right,
this
right.
intro. Listen to it. Just imagine.
Dude, you can't play this song and just
Makes me
literally
want to hit
not
my
get-
gong.
But everyone, Dave has a gong behind him, so like he literally has a.
Oh yeah,
gong.
I literally have a gong.
I love
Double
love
R's
this song.
coming for war.
I think you can't put this song on and not be hyped up and ready to go. This is not a song this is the song that ends the party. I love this song. In my opinion, Styles P and Jadakiss are some of the best, if not the best, of this back and forth. You know,
Oh,
like,
most definitely.
it's flawless. I mean, it's flawless. Like
Yeah,
everything.
dead president shit, robbing the Brinks now.
Oh,
Like, come on, bro. Like, really? How did you reference that?
I know. Like, who says stuff like that? Who literally just like 100 G's on the dice game? Life's a ball. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Like,
I
when
love
he-
gambling. I love that. I love that. I love that.
Lamborghini or the Porsche
But
with the
that's-
bars crashing with the crashing bars. Wow.
But that's gonna be ball. That's the thing.
The crash
Before
bars,
that,
yeah.
It's the most brutal lines. That's what's so funny. It's like,
If you get real estate.
Yeah, bro. He even mentioned stocks in this too.
who does?
Not maybe not in this song, but in the album.
But like one thing I would say
Boys
is that
getting GameStop.
when you,
Yeah, bro. Nah. Now it's on silver, bro. Doing
When I-
commodities.
oh my god, when I first
Sorry.
heard, no, it's a tangent.
And that's a nostalgia test tangent.
When we,
Get that stash app. Get the stash app.
when
Yeah,
I
Robin
first,
Hood, bro. Shout out to Robin Hood. Shout out
Shout
Reddit.
out to anybody.
Shout out Reddit.
And that's a nostalgia test tangent.
first time I ever heard the Locks, Dave, you showed me We Are the Streets, and which if no one's ever heard We Are the Streets, then do yourself a favor and like get that, listen to it, because not only is it one of the hardest albums in my opinion of all time, like literally,
Yeah, to date. To date.
yeah, to date. We Are the Streets. When I heard the lyrics on We Are the Streets, I couldn't stop laughing at the stuff that they were rhyming together. Like it was just totally ridiculous. That okay, like I'm saying, the line in Shoutouts when he says, "I'ma shoot back 10 feet, I'ma catch you, real brutal shit. Make sure I snap your neck too." Then SLR or
Oh, yeah.
SMR, Lamborghini or the Porsche with the crashing bar. It's like they're like, yeah, we said that, but let's talk about the Lamborghini now.
Right.
It's like that's why it's so like it's just flawless. It's like there's this, there's that, there's this, then there's this dice game. Guess what? Here we go. And it's like it ends on time to skate.
Yeah. I'm out. I'm out. I don't know. I mean, you can interpret it different ways. That's the great
What's
thing
great
about
is
it.
the feds in the precinct looking at our picture. If rap don't work, I'm gonna get it like Guy Fisher. He actually was the
Yeah.
first black man to own and operate the Apollo Theater.
Mhm.
Oh wow. I was wondering where that
He was
reference was.
also in a crime organization called the Council
Yeah. Well, there you
that
go.
controlled heroin in Harlem,
Hey.
but then bought the Apollo Theater.
I mean,
Anyways, so he was
Take it.
saying he was gonna make it either way.
that's the
He was gonna
I
make
mean,
money.
isn't that the American
You can
way?
like it or love it.
That's right.
If you know, you know. And the thing,
If you know, you know.
and the thing is, guess what? The Kennedys got their money bootlegging, so they were like the fucking first drug dealers in our time, anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone, like celebrates the Kennedys. It's like, guess what? They were bootleggers. But yeah, Shoutouts is my favorite song on the album. I think it has to do with just the Styles P part of it, because I also love Styles P. I think Styles P is another, even though people know him and they love what he does, I think still underrated.
Juice bar.
Juices for life, pharmacy
Yeah,
for
bro.
life. I mean, it's
Healthy, bro.
and they're real about it. I mean, they put everything back into the neighborhood. They are doing real work on the ground, and they're amazing. Just human beings. Just forget artists. Like they're doing the real work out there.
So, guys, if you like Nostalgia Test podcast, please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe and like
Follow us on
subscribe.
all social media outlets that you can find us and where you can get podcasts: Podbean, Spotify, Apple.
Don't even get me started with Jada. Like, I didn't even like write down a list. I got a list on my head. Off the top, I probably got 15.
He's got the,
Go for it. Do it.
I love
Okay.
these names. I love that.
Jadakiss, Jada, Kiss, Jada, Al Qaeda Jada, Ki, two of them swirl things, So Raspy, Mr. Raspy, Montega Jada.
Yeah.
We got Pude Kiss.
Montega Jada.
We got Pude Kiss. Also, both of those mentioned in this album.
That's right.
Okay, so I'm up to 11. That's not bad off the top.
No, that's the thing. They have so many names. I love it, and they bring it into everything. That's why their rhyme schemes are so great. I feel like they get to a point where it's like, all right, I really want to get to this point here. Do I have a nickname that rhymes just last line?
Yeah. Bloop.
No, make it one. Boop. I don't give a
Exactly.
shit. Oh, you don't like that? Fuck you.
Call me
Like it or love
Kuce
it.
Kiss or Montega Jada.
Montega Jada.
Like it or love it.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so I did 11 off the top, didn't do
Yeah.
15, but
Like
I'm
it or
sure
love
I
it.
can come up with more in a little bit.
But I think
Got it.
that, yeah, shout outs is my definitely standout track for me.
Yeah, even
Somebody-
Air It Out. Air It Out is
Oh.
pretty good too.
That beat on Air It Out is just unreal.
Yeah.
That's another.
I just had we could talk about it later, but I'm
We
just
can
saying
talk about
like,
it now.
okay.
Yeah, go for it.
you know.
I don't know. He had some hot lines in it. Like because when I'm in the booth, I make miracles and I ain't spiritual. Like, come on, man.
Oh,
I have a throwback from our
Road
road
trip?
trip. So we all had Sprint, right? The two ways.
oh, yeah.
We had
We
the two
did-
ways.
It
That
was
shit,
was it Nextel at that point?
Nextel.
Nextel. Okay, so that shit didn't work from Mississippi River to Washington State, which is a long fucking distance. First of all,
Yeah.
So he said his right man is up in north. That's hurting him. His cell phone about to shut off. Sprint jerking him, and I'm like, I feel him, man. Yo, Sprint jerked me so many times, bro. You know how many times I get my phone replaced?
See, but that's what's so great. Someone like Jada with one of the greatest voices in hip hop, one of the hardest rappers, is like Sprint jerking them.
Yeah, you can't mess with that.
No, you can't. It's like Sprint better get their shit together. Nowadays, I'm like, oh, I wish I had an Nextel for something.
Oh, me too.
Dude,
I wish I
Nextel-
had the two-way chat.
Dude, but yo, tell me like now, imagine having that at work now, like like just like texting bothers people. Imagine like you're hanging out and it's like "Beep, beep," like people would just start
Yeah.
talking. Like there was no etiquette with that. It was just like
No.
you would just start
Well, you had
talking.
the option to turn it off,
No, I
Yeah.
know, but nobody
but you
did at our
didn't.
age.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I remember at work, someone coming in is like, yo, it's like, oh, Jesus Christ. It's like lowering that volume on it. It's like someone's about to say something really stupid.
Yeah, it's about to go down.
Because like the etiquette got to be like you hit the chirp and then you were like, yeah, what up? Then you knew that you could talk. But like
Yeah.
there were some people that just chirped and just went for it. Like
Yeah.
they were like, oh, it's crazy.
Or the butt chirp.
Oh god.
Dude, Nextel, man. That
It's
was
like-
a company.
Text messaging with sound before
Yeah.
text messaging. So
Yeah.
voice messaging,
Instant voicemail.
instant voicemail,
I loved
instant voice messages that were crazy.
it. I loved
Yeah,
it.
bro.
I loved it. We all had one. That was the best. That was some of the best.
That was a really good time.
Bro,
We
you
had
know how
one for
many
like a hot
Nextels I had?
6 months.
Yeah, bro. I
You
had
know,
so
like
many
it sounds
Nextels.
like we had it forever. Like I was thinking about, it, I'm like, man, we had the Nextel, blah blah. I'm like, oh, that shit lasted like 6 months, and then like
That was the end.
things just
I
got
had
cheaper.
mine for like 2 years.
And that's a nostalgia test tangent. Right
I
now.
remember I used to know the guy at the Sprint store named Mike. He used to fix my phone every month because I had
it broke
it
that
every month.
often.
Every month. I would know the guy Mike. I would come in after the 31 days expired or 30 days expired. I'd go in because I had the button on the side that did the
Yeah.
flip with the blue one.
Oh,
You know what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
yeah.
You could change the covers green, red, whatever. So I had that one.
Yeah.
I broke my screen so many times that I got it replaced like once a month.
And that's a nostalgia test tangent.
Oh,
That's
God.
right.
Air
That's
it out.
right. Air it out. Dude, there's this one line. He's like, even though my coke's from Colombia, my car's from Germany.
And my gun's from Sicily,
Oh my God.
right?
dude.
And my gun's from Sicily.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what he
yeah,
says.
yeah.
Yeah. Yo, I can't lie. All I got is my balls and my vocal, and the only security I roll with is my social.
He's like, nothing
Like, come
personal,
on,
but
bro.
I was raised different. I hold my joints sideways, so I blaze
Blaze
different.
How do you think your man died? More money than respect, and it wasn't close. It was by a landslide. Yo,
See, dude,
he's bringing back money, power, respect.
that's right.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Money, power, respect.
I mean,
Yes.
but that's the thing about Jada. Like,
He does that a couple times. Like as I was going through, it's like, oh, that reminds me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he does
Go
that
ahead,
all the
Nick.
time. It's just disrespect all over the place and just call people out and just like, this is the shit. It's all about truth with Jada. It's all about truth. There's no like bullshit on his albums. This is like,
I still can't forget. Okay, I can't say the actual. I'll say the last name, Dazzo. Okay, I'm over at his house. I'm in his backyard. I had my '97 green Jetta with two 12s
Heineken
in the
green.
back. Heineken green
With 2 12s in the back. I got my
2
Jetta
12s in the back.
Heineken green.
Rolling Rock Green.
1,000-watt amp, nice stereo, all that. And he brings over a CD of
Dazzo?
Dazzo,
Okay.
Funk Flex.
Dazzo listens to us, by the way. Shout out
Oh,
to
does he?
Dazzo. Yeah.
Dazzo. Yo, Dazzo, I miss you, bro. I love you. But so he brought that over and we just sat in the car and listened to it. Hot 97 freestyle. And I swear to God, I took that album from him.
You stole it?
I stole that motherfucker.
Yo, we're airing it out right here on the
And
on
I
the
still
Solid Test
listen
podcast.
to this day on YouTube. It's
Yeah.
on my faves. It's on my fire list. It's on my D block list. It's on my freestyle list. I've many lists.
What is
But
it
it's
again?
on all of them. It's a Hot 97. It was the Locks freestyle.
Yeah, we're gonna put a link to that in the show notes. Most definitely.
We got it. I mean that was such fire, bro.
Yeah.
You couldn't even mess with that, and we just listened to it over and over.
Like, I remember one night it was me, you, Dave, and a few other people that I don't, remember who was in the car. Manny, I don't know if you were there, but like it was late at night and we were listening to Hot 97 and they were taking calls. And I swear to God, I said this before, like we called Hot 97 and we tried to get on the
Yes.
air. Yeah, we got on air.
We
but then
got
hung
on-
up. I don't know what happened. We got
No, we
disconnected.
messed it up. We got nervous, and
Yeah.
I think it was. I think we got nervous.
We got nervous
I'm not
for-
gonna lie. We got nervous. We were like,
for specific reasons, possibly, but like we got.
Yeah.
It's impossible to get through the Hot 97. Here are these idiots from Nassau County, like, we'll call in and request the locks, and we got Hot 97.
Yeah.
oh Jesus! Click.
Oh man, but good times. I mean, that's the thing. Like when I listen to this album, it's like it's memories. Like, but that's what's funny about like thinking about the road trip and like going into like all across the country, like blasting Jadakiss at like all hours of the day, just like, all right, coming into a new town. We don't know where we are, who these people are. Put it on. That's why I like shout
We're in a
out.
2-door Civic,
Dude,
bro,
I remember
with three dudes. You're like what, like 6'20"? Dan, Manny's like 4'1".
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like 4'1" and 125 pounds
Yeah.
wet.
And two of you
Yeah,
guys,
bro.
and you two had shaved heads, which like when we look back,
Oh,
it's probably a bad
God.
idea.
Oh no, I still got a
And-
shaved head, bro. Well, for the most
and
part.
I was trying to like grow out a beard at that point.
Yeah.
That was when like my
Oh,
under my nose wouldn't grow in. It
Yeah.
just like was weird.
yeah.
Oh man, I don't know what
Oh,
was
bro.
happening.
Growing a
we-
beard, bro, that's not a problem.
No, not for you.
oh,
I've gotten better at it. Once I became a brewer, it started to come in harder.
there we go. There
Like,
we go.
I think like my body adjusted and like was like, oh, you're a brewer now.
Got
All right,
that
I'm
blue beard.
gonna start making brew beer.
All
It's
right,
like you
shout
know how
out
your body
Lithology.
adjusts.
LITHOLGY Brewing.
Across
All right.
the street from Main Street Meat Market. That's where I smoke my food from.
Couscous.
Kuce BBQ, bro.
Kuce BBQ. All right,
Sorry, we
we're
got
on a
way
little
off.
tangents. No, that's
Oh
that's
my
just what
God,
happens, bro.
I still like loved the idea that like doing that trip and having that soundtrack and Kiss of Death being part of that soundtrack was just like the most New York thing, because it was just like no matter where we went, when we threw that album in, it was just like, yeah, home.
Dan.
And everyone that was a New Yorker just flocked to the car and be like, yo,
Oh yeah, we cooked burgers with that guy from Brooklyn.
Yeah, because
Oh, the
dude,
Bronx.
we showed up
oh my
with
God.
that we would pull into parking lots of like of national parks, bumping Kiss of Death, like just bumping it in a 2-door Civic, and 3 white dudes come out. Like I'm wearing like the grungiest looking like shorts,
We
a
haven't
tank
showered
top.
in days.
I'm wearing like my Birks
Yeah, you
that
got your
are
Birks
like
on.
5 years old.
Yeah,
The best
and-
is that there was times like we'd be driving late at night. I still remember like a 22-hour drive.
Yeah.
I think I know where you're going with this.
No, I'm saying like it would be late at night, and we'd be bumping this album. It'd be the only thing. Like I'd be like sleeping. We'd have Otis Redding on, and that was always like chill. But then like when we were like going to sleep, it's like, yo, put it on, it on, and like we knew what you meant. Like it was like, all right, we need to wake up.
Yeah.
I also remember certain moments where we were driving, and then I was like, anyone that was in the passenger seat would come awake, and we'd both be like, oh. And I feel like we both asleep.
Yeah. One of the best memories of that whole trip was driving at night, parking somewhere to sleep, and waking up next to a giant brontosaurus.
South Dakota. South Dakota. That
or what was that? A brontosaurus? Or what was that?
Big brontosaurus.
Yeah, that's like the classic like thing to see
trip thing
on your road trip. And we woke up next to it.
And we're like, huh?
We had drove from Ohio all the way to Waldrug.
Waldrug, and then I tried to jump over the parking meter.
The parking meter.
And I fell on my back.
Oh, that was on Dan's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Remember that this is the last tangent, Dan. Sorry, you could put this in as a tangent. We were driving to the Four Corner States.
Dude, I've been thinking about that.
And we pulled up, and there was a dude. It was closed because it was dark. And there was a dude by himself.
No, he was with a girl.
Oh, with a motorcycle though.
Yeah.
Like next to a motorcycle, wearing like a leather jacket.
Yeah.
And we were like,
we turned around and laughed. We were driving the whole time to see the Four Corners, and we literally were just like middle of the night, just like, nope, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Dude, that was a 22-hour drive that I did.
Yeah, we're not getting murdered.
22-hour drive.
That was a long drive.
That was a long drive. Oh,
holy nostalgia.
All right, back to
air it out.
We're talking about this album. So
I feel like even though I would say like the first 3 tracks, I'm kind of like, I'm still, after I listened to the whole album, I started over and I'm just gonna listen to them. Like,
so let me ask you this: is this a Manny no shuffle kind of album for you guys, or do you?
Oh, Manny no shuffle. No, you can't shuffle.
No, you can't. Don't shuffle, and
you can't. Like, you can't just like go from like Kiss of Death to Y, and then bounce around.
You got to go in order, and you could skip the first 4 songs.
So it's no shuffle.
Maybe three, but 4. Okay.
Yeah, maybe. Here's the thing: you listen to the intro, the track after the intro, you skip that, and then you skip Shine, and then you go to track 4. But if you want to listen to track 1 and 2, or like the 2 tracks after the intro, they're not going to take too long. Listen to them and then just keep going.
Because, like, you got 6 minutes, bro?
I think we're at that time to put this
we're here. I mean, I think everybody's going to know what we're all going to say to this.
We still have to go.
What do you mean what we say to it?
We still got to do it.
We got
to put it to the test, the final test.
Does it pass? Test or not?
Does it stay nostalgic?
Like a Dave's face.
Or does it pass the test and it's like fucking still like go against all the things that are out right now?
Bro, it's classic.
Forget about just classic. This is something people should be listening to now. I hadn't listened to this in forever, and I was like, how am I going to feel about this? When I first put it on, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. Like, made my day. It was nuts, man. Nuts. Such a good album. So good. But I will admit, I haven't touched rap in a while. I think the only kind of rap, the rap that I was getting into, was because of the, we got into, like, we listened to the Fugees album. So if you're all still listening, you should check out the Fuji episode. That was
good episode,
awesome.
Good album.
Yeah, great album. Totally different album. Nothing like what we're.
Forget about it.
But so we definitely pass this unanimous.
Well, you never asked me.
Well,
Dave,
do I think it passed the nostalgia test? Yes, but you really want to test yourself? You listen to "Kiss the Game Goodbye." You listen to "We Are the Streets." You got to listen to, I know it's not Jada, but 36 Chambers. I mean, come on. classic. You can't mess around with that. Maybe even the Purple Tape. Get yourself a little knowledge on it. Listen to the lyrics. Look them up online, and especially Jada. Listen to the Al-Qaeda Jada mixtape. Listen to the Hot 97 freestyle, which hopefully we'll post.
Oh yeah, there'll be a link for that.
Yeah, and just get some knowledge on Jadakiss, because he's really where the game started. And you wouldn't have gangster rap. I know you would have gangster rap with Biggie and all that stuff like that, but modern day, he really influenced the culture and influenced a lot of people in the rap game. And I think it would be a crime for people to say that Jada didn't influence them if they think they're a gangster rapper or they think that they're spitting bars. That's my thought.
And end it right there on that note.
Like, everybody, thanks for staying here with us, and yeah,
I had such a good time. I can keep on going.
All right, guys. Well,
but yeah,
don't forget to subscribe, share, and check us out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
what are your thoughts on Jadakiss? Put that down, in the comments. Did we get it right? What are your favorite Jadakiss lyrics from, from Kiss of Death, and or from Kiss the Game Goodbye, or his other albums as well.
Cool. All right, guys. Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. Please subscribe to the Nostalgia Test podcast to know when new episodes drop. Don't forget to leave us 5 stars and a positive review so more people can find the podcast. Share your thoughts and memories on today's topic on our Twitter @NostalgiaTest and on Instagram @TheNostalgiaTest. Tune in next time, because you never know what pop culture will pop up on The Nostalgia Test.